Does vegan Snickers taste amazing? Yes. Will vegan Snickers cure depression? No. But I know something that might just help. So, about 2 years ago, I went to the doctor and I said, my heart is racing all the time, I've always got this really nervous energy, I think I might have anxiety or something. Okay, well, take these pills, and I recommend that you go and do a group CBT course. I took the pills and I completed the course over a few months, and then I went back to the doctor and they asked, how are you getting along? Well, the pills didn't do much for me, so I think I'd like to stop those. The CBT course though, it was great, but honestly, the best thing about it was just talking to the other people about what's going on with us. It was just nice to talk. To be honest, it sounds like you just need to see a counsellor. That would be great. How can we do that? Well, you'd have to go privately. It's about £50 to £100 an hour. Oh, right, okay. I'll look into that. Thanks, doctor. But then a few months ago, this company called BetterHelp got in touch with me and asked if they could sponsor a video. This video. BetterHelp is basically a subscription service where they match you with a professional counsellor who you speak with regularly online. To sign up, you just answer a few simple questions, you write a little bit about what's troubling you and what you're hoping to gain from the service. Then within 24 hours, one of their team will match you with a qualified counsellor that they think will best suit you. I thought this was such a great idea, and it's actually what I needed a couple of years ago, so I decided to sign up. And they gave me Andrew. Hi, Andrew.
Hi, Jules.
Andrew, could you tell my lovely audience why you think BetterHelp is such a great service?
Well, Jules, essentially it gives people an affordable way to work with someone like myself, a professional counselor, from their own home or wherever they can access the internet. Really helps to have someone to talk to about what's troubling you.
Exactly. Poor Andrew here has really helped me to work through some things, and it's great just being able to talk openly with someone about what's on my mind. Andrew, I'm doing okay, right?
Oh yeah, you're doing great.
Thanks, man. Big round of applause for Andrew. He told me he was quite nervous about doing that, so big thanks to him. So I usually organise a 1-hour video chat session with Andrew every week via the website. And we also sometimes use the mobile app to message each other now and again. They have all sorts of price plans available. You can talk directly with them about this, but it's generally about $35 to $70 a week, which compared with face-to-face counselling is insanely cheap, and you can cancel at any time. From the bottom of my heart, I think this service is a complete godsend. I think it's a fantastic idea, and I really hope some of you will find it useful. There's a link to BetterHelp in the description, which if you use also helps me out a little bit. Now, BetterHelp asked me to make a video about which foods can improve your mood, so naturally I made a video about Snickers. Let's go! So this is the baking dish I'm going to be using. Now, we got to make the nougat first. Raw cashews are going to form the main body of the nougat, and then some oats, which are going to add some lightness, but also cuts down on the cost of cashews. All of that goes into a blender jar. That might be a bit too much. There we go, that's a bit more manageable, I think. Get that into a bowl, just break up any lumps that have formed, and then blend the rest of it. And then we're going to add some sweetness and some peanut butter, which will help bind the ingredients together. Alright, mix everything up like that. After a while, you can get rid of the spoon, and then get stuck in and bring it together. I find kneading it a bit like dough helps it to get really thoroughly mixed. Make it into a big ball. So we need the nougat to fit into our baking dish, right? See how I've made the baking paper fit in there?
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Grab your ball and...
Why is there so much traffic?
Flatten it out and then make your shape. Use a rolling pin to get it flat, or perhaps a wine bottle. Just bear in mind that you won't find any answers at the bottom of it. Good, so pick that up and put it in the baking dish. Get it even and into the corners. Take a moment to relax by pretending you've got a little Japanese peace garden. Okay, caramel next. If you're feeling a bit lonely, a few dates might help lift your mood a little bit. They might also help lift something else, if you know what I mean. Good, so I'm going to take these and chop them up a little bit just to make life easier on the blender. Throw those into a saucepan, and then we're going to need some non-dairy butter and some sugar, both of which are guaranteed to lift your mood. Well, at least for a couple of minutes anyway. For the caramel flavour, I'm just taking a shortcut and using this stuff. This one is my favourite. If you can't get these, not to worry, it'll be fine without it, or perhaps you could try some vanilla. A couple of teaspoons in there, and then onto the heat. We just got to mix that continuously until the butter has melted and the sugar has dissolved. Yep, that looks good. Alright, pour all of this into a blender jar and then give it a blend, and then a little bit of a shake, and then just blend until smooth. Very good. Bring back our saucepan and get all of this into there. I'm using roasted and salted peanuts here to replicate real Snickers. Oh, nothing makes me feel better than slathering my nuts in caramel.
Oh yeah!
Bring back our nougat, spread our caramel coated nuts all over it, get it even and into all the corners. Oh yes, and then this goes into the freezer for about 3 hours. Hey, does anyone remember me asking you guys to name my new cat? Well, we got a winner. Kitty's new name is Mibbles, suggested by Fire Breathing Turtle. The original suggestion was a little bit more risque, but calling my cat Mibbles means I can get away with saying things like, look at Mibbles. Would you like to stroke Mibbles? Oh yes, I would love to stroke Mibbles. Okay, that should be enough. Break up some chocolate in a bowl, into the microwave for 30 seconds, give it a mix, another 30 seconds, bit more melty now, another 30 seconds, mix, about 15 seconds now. Okay, nearly there. Adding peanut butter makes it thinner so it's easier to put on the SNICKERS. Another 15 seconds, mix 15 seconds, and there we are. Lovely runny chocolate. Okay, time to coat the SNICKERS. You could put a knife in some hot water to heat it up, take this out of the baking dish, baking paper goes back in the dish. We're probably going to need some extra paper for later on, dry your knife off, and the heat helps the knife to get through. Okay, so this is the inside of our SNICKERS. I'm happy with that. If you're not down with handling a boiling hot kitchen knife, I think it's much more fun to grab a rubber mallet. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely, now we've got our bars. Very nice. Chocolate and baking dish. Grab your bar and plop. Get it all covered, wipe off any excess. Whoa, looking good. And onto the baking paper again, coat it, wipe off any excess, and yeah, lovely. I'm pretty sure there's less messy ways of doing this, but I kind of like it, it's fun. Get that extra bit of baking paper on there, get the rest of my bars coated. Uh-oh, I've got a whole load of chocolate left. What am I gonna do? I know, I'll just quickly clean my hands. Oh, hello ladies. Let's get these into the fridge, get some of this in there to thin out the chocolate a bit more, a few cornflakes, some walnuts I had lying around, and some chopped hazelnuts. Get yourself a plate, some baking paper, mix, make some little clusters, put them on the paper, those go in the fridge, and meanwhile I can give Mibbles some more attention. Okay, great, so here's our finished SNICKERS. Just give it a little, and if people ask why they look so messy, just tell them, oh darling, I've gone for the rustic look. Yes. Let's take a look inside, shall we? Okay, that looks almost as good as Mibbles. I've tested these out on a few friends who agree that these are almost indistinguishable from the real thing. Now these will definitely lift your mood for a little bit, but I'm sorry to say that they're probably not going to cure depression. That's what BetterHelp is for. They've already helped over 500,000 people, so they must be doing something right. If you're having trouble and you just need to talk to someone, I really encourage you to get in touch with them. After eating my vegan Snickers, of course.